Well, we're down at the garden, and here's Zack. He's going to tell me what I don't know, which is plenty.
Well, this is the organic garden on Migis Lodge's property. A lot of the crops that we harvest out of here are being served right in the dining room, which is a cool fact that not many people might know. We have to go over here. This is where the vegetables are. So down these rows, there's a couple of various kinds of lettuce, leafy greens. We have basil, both sweet and large leaf. And then behind that, those big puffy green leaves are summer squash, which actually look like they're almost ready. And then hiding behind the summer squash, we have cucumbers. And then to the left of the cucumbers, we have tomatoes. They're hybrid tomatoes. And next to those, we have yellow cherry tomatoes.
How can you tell when the summer squash is ready?
It's flowering.
Oh.
Now what Paul, the gardener, had told me was usually with vegetables that are like you're eating the bulb, like technically you're eating the bulb when it's squash. When it starts to flower, that's when you want to harvest it because you want the energy going into the bulb. That's where the flavor comes from rather than going into growing the flower. So that is ready to come up. If I were to take a guess, that is above me.
And those are cucumbers?
Yeah, these are cucumbers. Again, like the squash, you can see it's flowering, so these actually might be ready to be pulled up too. They grow underground. It's a bulb plant as well. And over here to our left, we have our hybrid tomatoes, which they take a little longer to grow, but when they're fully matured, they'll be served in the dining room with salads and garnishes and whatnot. And then over here we have cherry tomatoes, which again, it's a longer growing process, but these will come out actually yellow, like yellow cherry tomatoes.
Love those. And flowers too.
And then the right side of the garden, or left side, depending on where you're standing, is pretty much all aesthetic flowers. We have summer sunflowers here. There's lilacs, daisies, marigolds. What else we have? This one right here, it's hurting, but it's called a pincushion. That's what it looks like.
So I've seen you down here with the kids a couple times, Zack, from the kids camp.
Yep, so we're doing a kids program this year where we're having the kids come during kids camp and spend some time in the garden, sort of get them oriented with where food originates and sort of address the disconnect that kids may have with the food that they're eating at dinner as to where it's actually coming from. So it's a really simple program. We have them come down, we split them into groups. One group will do a game where they have to identify different plants and vegetables in the garden. And the other group will come with me and we'll get a chance to actually transplant sweet basil into their own cup that they've decorated. And they'll plant it and they can take that home and then put it in their garden or grow it in a pot, and mom or dad can use it for dinner or, you know.
Beautiful.
So that's cool.
Very cool.
They seem to be responding really well. They enjoy getting their hands dirty. And
yeah, and what a great souvenir.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks.
You're welcome.